Badshahi Park. Author, Shahid Anwar. Illustrator, Tapas Guha. Translator, Pragya Gopinath. It was the final round of hide and seek. The children were so involved in the game, they did not even realize that they had crossed the old lane. Now they were in Badshahi Park. In spite of this, the children of the neighborhood would come in the evening to play in the park. There was no one there to stop them or scold them. The dome, veranda and staircase were all covered in pigeons' droppings, as if the birds disliked the colors of the tomb and had decided to paint it differently. Inside the tomb was a long grave which had worn out over time and now looked like a crouching hunchback. It is said that the king who lay in that grave was very cruel. Reading and writing was forbidden in his kingdom. He thought that if his people were educated, they would overthrow him. This is why his kingdom had neither schools nor libraries. If books were found in any home, it was burnt down. In that kingdom lived a wise man who was known around the world. People came from far and wide to listen to him speak. The evil king could not stand the wise man, but he could not dare to harm him. The man was loved by many. The king waited for an opportunity and finally, one day he hung the wise man on a false charge of theft. The wise man was hanged on a full moon night. It is said that even after killing the wise man, the king was not content. He developed phantom pains in his neck, and he would often clutch at his throat for no apparent reason. On full moon nights, his lunacy would take another hue. He used to take any rope he saw and make a noose around his neck. It took a lot of policing by the guards to save his life. One day, they were not around and the king took his own life. It was a full moon night. Ashhar had only one option left: the tomb. 10. As Zulfi finished counting, Ashhar leapt straight into the tomb. But Zulfi had seen him jump. He yelled from where he stood, "No, Ashhar! Not there!" Zulfi's voice was filled with such fear that Ashhar could not stay there. He emerged immediately and looked at Zulfi with surprise. "What happened? Why did you yell?" "Ari, if Ashhar wants to hide there, let him. Why are you getting bothered?" Bidku intervened. "If he hides in the tomb, someone else will have to go find him." "Who will enter the tomb, near the grave?" said Sheila. Before anybody could answer, Ashhar exploded, "You are all scaredy cats, like little mice. I don't want to play with you." Kazni gestured at the sky. Everyone's eyes turned upwards. There, a round-faced moon was smiling. Tonight was the night. Ashhar looked at the tomb and was shocked. The dome was present, but the building's foundation had disappeared. It looked as if the whole tomb was floating in the air. Ashhar stopped short. He blinked a few times and looked the tomb over, then laughed at himself. The foundation was still there. It was a trick of the moonlight. It was lighting different corners of the building differently. Ashhar took a step forward. A huge black cloud was hovering near the ceiling. As soon as Ashhar's gaze fell on it, the mass moved towards him with the speed of a missile. 1, 2, 3. The cloud changed into many large spots in the air. Before Ashhar could react, his head received many slaps as the bats descended on him. He fell down at the head of the grave, and the bats hung from the other side of the ceiling. Ashhar was terrified now. When Ashhar opened his eyes, he found himself back home. The house was full of people. Everyone was staring at him. Seeing his eyelids move, Zulfi touched his forehead and said, "Nothing happened, Yar. You had only nailed your shirt to the ground, in the tomb, maybe you got scared." Everyone burst out laughing, and Ashhar closed his eyes, deeply embarrassed. "Look, this is for you," said Zulfi. Ashhar opened his eyes and saw a brand new bat in Zulfi's hands. Ashhar looked at him in surprise. "We all knew that you would go there and win the bet too. So what if a few things did not go as planned? Here, take this bat." Ashhar closed his eyes again, but this time, to thank his friends.